Every commander's story begins the same way, with a small ship and a dream. Some seek riches in the rocks, mining the galaxy's hidden wealth. Others carry passengers across the stars, trading their time for luxury. Some haul cargo, trading fortunes 1 ton at a time. Or they fight, turning danger into profit. And some look outward, uncovering secrets that pay in more than credits. But they all share the same vision, from humble beginnings to unimaginable fortune. These are the 5 most profitable ways to earn credits in Elite Dangerous. Before we get started with the video, however, I would like to just say an announcement really quick. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. It is an absolutely amazing milestone that we have reached, and I am super happy that we have done so. Yeah, I mean, words literally cannot describe it. I am genuinely super happy that we have managed to reach this. And thank you guys so much, because without your help, we really could not have done it. So just give a round of applause to yourself, because yeah, you deserve it. Thank you guys so much. Let's go to 10,000 next. How about that? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Let's move on with the video. So how do you actually go from that humble sidewinder to the mighty cutter? Let's break it down. Starting off, we have mining, and while it's not as broken as it used to be, it's still one of the most reliable ways to stack your credits. There are 2 main types of mining in Elite Dangerous. One of them is laser mining, where you basically just fire some mining lasers at an asteroid and wait for the materials to come off of it, and core mining, where you're looking for subsurface deposits and basically just cracking open asteroids with seismic charges. Both can be equally as fun. One is a little bit more repetitive, and one, well, boom. If you're just starting out, grab a ship like a Python or a Crate, fit some mining lasers, collector and prospector limpets, and a refinery. Now this will be your starting point for the laser mining, which is considerably easier, but still can net you a pretty high profit. As with everything in this video, I will make a guide for them soon enough if I haven't already, so just be on the lookout for those. After this, you're going to head into a hotspot of your choice. You can find these hotspots by going to ringed planets, using your detailed surface scanner and firing them on the rings instead of the planet itself, and that will tell you if there are any hotspots around. I prefer to go to icy rings because that's where you can find tritium and low temp diamonds, which are very valuable. You can also go to metallic rings where you might find some gold that is also valuable. It's entirely up to you. And then when you cash out these materials at a high demand station, the profits will add up really quickly. And also, honestly, there's just something very satisfying about seeing an asteroid crack open. But of course, this comes with its own challenges. Let's talk about some pros and cons. Some pros include that mining is among the highest single activity payouts. Core mining is visually spectacular, let's be completely honest. Again, blowing up an entire asteroid is just very satisfying. It scales well with bigger ships and more cargo space, obviously because you can carry more. And 4, demand-driven profits, so there are some big spikes possible if you find the perfect market for this. But now on the cons side, one of these is that it requires specialized equipment, so if you don't know what to get, you're going to be stuck and it's not going to be very good for you. So I would definitely recommend looking into it more before you actually start it. Number 2 is that it's a steep learning curve, especially with seismic charges. It can get a little finicky to be able to perfectly land one and then to actually play the minigame well. So it's, you know, it's a learning curve, but if you master that, it's going to be pretty simple. And the last pro is actually a con as well. Because the prices fluctuate, sometimes you need to chase the market, which might not be that simple, because maybe the market that buys it for a lot more is a couple hundred light years away. And last but not least, it can feel very repetitive on long sessions because you're basically just holding down right trigger or left trigger depending on where you have it mapped and just waiting for the collector limpets to get the materials into your cargo hold if you're doing laser mining. Next up, we have passenger missions. Now these passenger missions are one of the most chill ways to make money and also one of the most scenic, especially if you take some sightseeing missions, because those will take you to some really nice locations. Now, getting started is really easy. You can grab a beluga, an orca, or even an ASB Explorer if you're on a tight budget, fit some passenger cabins, and ferry tourists back and forth from a destination to other destinations, and then obviously back to the original destination if you're doing a round trip. Now, these runs can net you tens of millions per hour, and it's basically space Uber with a lot more starlight. It's like driving that one Tesla that was launched out into space. than using it as an Uber. Just watch out for the NPC scans if you're hauling VIPs, because some of them don't really like to be scanned, but other than that, you should be just fine. Now, of course, it can be dangerous as well, depending on the threat level of the mission, but most of these should not be anything difficult. Now, you can take VIP passengers, group passengers, or just regular passengers, and you can take them on sightseeing adventures. You can also do missions where you save some passengers from a wartime, for example, or you can just do normal passenger transport missions. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons for passenger missions. The pros are that you get steady, reliable payouts. You see the payouts on the screen when you pick up the mission. Relaxed gameplay, low combat risk, especially if you take missions with a low threat level. And it is really, really relaxing because you're basically just jumping from one system to another and then going to a tourist beacon. 3 is that it scales with ship size, so you can take more passengers with a bigger ship, obviously, so you can make more credits. And number 4 is that you can find some really scenic routes, which is amazing for casual gameplay. Now, on the cons side, the first is that NPC scans can fail missions if you're smuggling passengers. Number 2 is that it requires passenger cabins, so you have to be sure to outfit your ship with those, so you can't just run passenger missions with any ship. You actually have to have passenger cabins. Number 3 is that VIPs can be very demanding. So, for example, they won't travel with a wanted status, or they won't travel given this, given that. So just look out for that in the mission description and the profile of the VIP itself. And number 4 is that it's less exciting for action-oriented players. So if you like combat, keep watching. It's coming up. But this will not be for you. And now we have reached the midway point, trading and cargo runs. Before I actually tell you about these, I would just like to ask you for a quick favor. If you're not subscribed, please be sure to subscribe down below because it will help me and the channel out a lot. But now, let's talk about trading and cargo runs. Trading is basically as old as Elite Dangerous itself, and while it might not sound glamorous, it is still a rock-solid way to earn credits. The idea is very simple. It is basically like IRL. You buy low, and you sell high. You basically load up a ship like a Python, a Type 9, a Cutter, or the newly released Panther Clipper Mark II, and you find a profitable loop between 2 stations and start hauling. Now, at the beginning of this clip, you saw that I was using Inara, and that is the perfect way to actually find these runs. Just be careful because some stations might show that they have a quantity of 1, so you definitely don't want to go to those. So trading really shines once you've upgraded to the bigger ships like the Cutter or the Panther Clipper Mark II. It can be repetitive, sure, but few things feel better than offloading a hold full of tritium and seeing tens, if not hundreds of millions land in your account. As with every one of these activities, let's talk about the pros and cons for trading. Now, on the pros side, number 1 is that it's simple and easy to understand. You buy low and you sell high. Very, very simple, very easy. Number 2 is that it's consistent profits and it doesn't require rare knowledge. You just check Inara and it basically tells you everything you need to know. Number 3 is that it scales massively with bigger ships like the Type 9 and the Panther Clipper Mark II. And the last pro is that it has good synergy with power play or background simulation work. The reason it's good synergy with power play is because you often haul materials and merchandise to support your chosen power. So if you're already flying these big cargo ships for trading, you can basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, earn money from normal trade runs, and contribute to your power at the same time. Now, for background simulation, factions gain influence from trade profits, so if you're aligned with a player faction, hauling cargo to their stations not only makes you money, but also boosts their control, which means you're earning credits while actively shaping the galaxy's politics. And now for the cons side. Number 1 is that the grind can be repetitive if done for long hours. Number 2 is that it requires large cargo ships to be highly profitable. Number 3, you are very vulnerable to interdictions and piracy, especially if you're carrying a lot of cargo. Number 4, market prices can shift, breaking these loops. So obviously, just stay up to date with Inara, and that should help all of your problems. And now for the penultimate section, combat. You see, I told you it was coming. If you prefer action to anything else I listed in the video, combat can actually pay surprisingly well. Head to a resource extraction site, scan some pirates, and start stacking bounties. Or you can jump into a conflict zone and rack up combat bonds while supporting a faction. Ships like the Vulture, Crate, or the Fer de Lance are perfect for this. Gimbaled weapons or turreted weapons make it beginner friendly, and the payouts scale with your skill. It is riskier than trading or passenger transport missions, but it can be a lot more exciting, especially when you're in the middle of the battle and all of your modules just start failing, so you have to reboot and repair. I've been there several times. It is terrifying. But hey, you'll build piloting skills that pay off in every part of the game. Now, getting started with this is really quite simple. As with everything else, you can either look for assassination missions, or go to a system that is currently at war, or just go to resource extraction sites and scan the pirates there. Now, for assassination missions, you just pick up a mission on the mission board. For conflict zones, you just fly to a conflict zone of your choice, low, medium, or high, and you just participate in it. As for resource extraction sites, you just scan all the ships around you and hope that you find a pirate. And now for the pros and cons. Starting off with the pros. Number 1 is that it's very engaging and a fun gameplay loop. Number 2, profits scale with your skill and ship build. Number 3, it builds combat rank and improves piloting skill. And number 4, there is a lot of location variety. You can go to conflict zones, you can do assassination missions, and you can do resource extraction sites. Or you can just be a filthy pirate and go around, looting. Now, on the cons side, number 1 is that it's high risk. Ship destruction means rebuy cost, so just be sure you have enough to actually be able to rebuy your ship. Number 2 is that combat needs a combat-fitted ship. So you have to equip a ship with all of the necessary hardpoints and modules that you need for these combat missions. Number 3 is that bounty payouts aren't as crazy as mining or trading, but they can still be pretty nice. Number 4 is that it is a very steep skill curve for beginners. So you just have to go to a lot of combat zones, or you just have to do a lot of fighting to be able to actually perform well. Now, last but not least, we have my favorite activity by far, which is exploration. This is where the galaxy literally opens up in front of you. To get started, you have to fit a ship like the Xpeigh Explorer, Diamondback Explorer, or Mandalay with a fuel scoop, detailed surface scanner, planetary approach suite, and a planetary vehicle hangar if you so please. That part is not really necessary. If you want to make the most amount of credits, you have to jump a little bit farther away from the bubble, start scanning some stars and planets, and you will be amazed with how fast the payouts actually add up. Earth-like worlds, water worlds, ammonia worlds, neutron stars, these can all pay millions on their own. And if you have Odyssey, exobiology scans on alien life can stack even higher rewards. For example, if you find Stratum Tectonicus on an undiscovered planet, the payout itself is 95 million credits just for that. So exploration itself is slower than something like mining, but it's one of the most relaxing and rewarding ways to make money, and you might just discover something that no one else has ever seen. And the chances are quite high because the galaxy is massive. Now, I myself always urge commanders to go out and discover things because the galaxy is full of wonders that are yet to be discovered, like Raxla. And honestly, having your name be written next to a planet as the first discoverer or the first footfall just feels amazing. I'm not going to lie, it feels fantastic. Also, in the beginning of this clip, you saw me using spanch.co.uk for the exobiology run, and I really do recommend that you check it out because it can make the routes way faster, of course inside the bubble and discovered systems, but still, it will make earning credits incredibly easy. And now for the pros and cons of exploration. I had trouble putting together the cons because I just love exploration. But for the pros, number 1, we have that it's relaxing, scenic, and the true Elite Dangerous experience. Number 2 is that it can pay huge amounts of credits when finding Earth-likes, water worlds, certain high metal content worlds, or ammonia worlds. Number 3 is that Odyssey exobiology adds extra profit layers. And number 4 is a sense of discovery. When you first discover a planet, you actually feel like you discovered something brand new in the game that no one has ever found before, and that really is an amazing experience. Now, for the cons side is that it can be a slower money-making method than other methods. Number 2 is that it requires patience and long-distance travel. Number 3, exobiology can be tedious. This is true, but I don't really mind. Number 4, there is a risk of losing weeks of data if your ship gets destroyed before selling. This is very true. It has happened to me several times before, and it is as painful every single time as the first. Now, as an honorable mention, we have community goals. This can get you anything from credits to pre-engineered modules, and it's just a really nice way for the community to be brought together for a common goal. Now, of course, you can choose to opt into this or not. It is entirely up to you. I'm just saying this is also an amazing way to get some credits as well as some pre-engineered modules. And that's it. 5 of the most profitable ways to make money in Elite Dangerous: mining, passenger missions, trading, combat, and exploration, each one with its own pros and cons. The key is finding the method that fits your playstyle and that you enjoy doing. Because whether you're hauling cargo, hunting pirates, or charting the edges of the galaxy, all roads can lead from that humble sidewinder to the ship of your dreams. And yeah, with that, we are basically done with the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something new. And as I said in the video itself, I will make guides about each and every single one of these activities because I find these quite interesting, and I want you guys to know more about them as well. I have already done a guide on exploration and exobiology, so check those out if you would like. Also, I'm extremely sorry that I haven't recorded this video earlier. I've just been moving, as you can see by the background, and if you're an OG, you can tell that I'm at my university apartment, so it's just been very hectic, but I hope to upload videos every 2 weeks from now on. Hopefully that will be accomplished. But yeah, with that, I would like to thank you guys for watching this video, and again, thank you guys so much for reaching 1,000 subscribers. It is an absolutely fascinating milestone, but I said that already. Subscribe down below if you want to be a part of the channel today, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.